Here we go, a chance over to the near side. We're going to have to replay the torn. Down low to the near side they go, battling for possession. Zaka in the offensive end, going to be over there to Middlestad, over to Zaka. Zaka, he shoots, he scores! That's a trick! Didn't have to go, face off, and the gloves drop immediately. We got a fight breaking out here. Kostelic giving some punches up against Sam Carrick. They're right at the center ice. Going to be a big shot and a big win by Mark Kostelic, as he gets ripped down by Carrick after the fight. That's going to be an added penalty. That's going to be a game misconduct, I think, for Carrick. And the Devils are going to clear that zone over to the near side. Here it comes. He's sure on a chance. A shot denied. Rebound shot. What a save by Carter Hart. Waiting for it is, I believe, it's going to be, it's not going to be Marner in front of the net. Here comes a chance. A shot. He scores! It's going to be Paul Cotter on the first shootout, taking it in towards the net. Going to make a shot. Deflected by Carter Hart. Jesper Bratt moving in. He takes a shot. He scores! Jesper Bratt gets the first goal of the shootout. The Devils have a 1-0 advantage. Here we go. Mark Stone. No attempts this season on the shootout. Here's his first. Moving into the near side, over to the far. He shoots, and it's gloved by Jake Allen. Mitch Marner, ready to go. Taking it in from the near side. Working around with speed to the far. He goes, and he scores! Oh, no. Did he double shoot it? Yeah, it's correct. Gloves immediately coming off. We got a fight right here at the beginning. Who is that? Zadorov and number 47, that's Struble, going at it right at the opening whistle. And here we go, Zadorov laying a couple fists, and it's going to be back against the boards on the near side. A couple fists going either direction. Still clinging on to each other over on the far side. Now they're all the way back into the Bruins offensive end. Still on their feet, still laying punches. Helmet comes off of Struble, and still laying some punches to Zadorov. And now Struble trying to get back in this fight, but Zadorov is absolutely dominating it, and they break it up on the boards. Up to the top of the zone, over to Mantha, intercepted, and here comes a breakaway chance for the Flames. He shoots, he scores. Connor Zary getting the first goal of the game on a breakaway after an interception. There's the goal horn. There it is. I was wondering when that was going to proc. But yeah. Gonna take the draw and gonna be won by the Pens. That's gonna be Kindle. Up to the near side to Shea. Shea working down low. Gonna try and take it behind the net. Trying to create some room. Over to the far side. To the top of the zone. Over to St. Ivan. He sends a shot. Deflected. Oh, I thought that was in the net. It went over to the far side. Battling down low in front of chance. A shot. He's gone!
He will not be denied twice. He will not be denied twice.
Phil Quinn, let's freaking go. That's how you do it, my boy. Passing back over to Novak. Novak taking it around over to the far side. Going to try and connect with Chinikov if he can. But here we go. Oh, boy. Here we go over to the near side. Carlson passing across. A chance. A shot. He's done. Guys, win. Let's freaking go, baby. Save the kid.
Took it on his shoulder and said, let me just clear this one.
That is how you do it. Send the kid clearing the Penguins bench. Let's let that horn sing, baby. That is how you do it. The Pens pulling a comeback win off and not blowing it. That is how you freaking do it. That's how the Pittsburgh Mother-Loving Penguins do it. If they keep playing like this, we'll be covering Penguins hockey late into the summer. Let's go! The Pittsburgh Mother-Loving Penguins getting a big overtime goal. Ready to roll. Face off in the Pens offensive end. Going to be taken back by the Red Wings. Sider along the far side board. Up through the far side. Battling into the neutral zone. Taken back by the Pens to the near side. Here comes Crosby. Looking to pass it across. He's a chance. A shot. He's gone! Run! Ross! Front of the net, working with that puck, clearing it out. It's Kindle. A chance. A breakaway. He shoots. He scores! Igor Chinikov! Getting his first goal as a Penguin. Let's go, baby! 2-0 Penguins. Woo! Let's go! That is how you freaking do it. How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of Jason's Realm here today, providing you guys live play-by-play coverage and reactions to the Pittsburgh mother-loving Penguins taking on the Vancouver Canucks. And let me go ahead and bring your voice into there in 1 second to grab your guys' voice, because of a couple things that went wrong. We do that, and then that. There we go. Now you guys have your voice over there in the chat. How we doing, everybody? We got Ushanku saying liking the Pens. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. John with the Penguins. Petsko's done because of the NFL season, but I'm sorry, man. Unfortunately, I don't know what you expected when you picked the Denver Broncos in that game. I mean, it kind of was obvious, I think, to everybody that it was going to be a hard-pressed game for Denver to win. We're also making some tea here real quick. Let me go ahead and mix up some tea and honey to help the voice, soothe the voice as we get into this Penguins game. Okay, good bunch of honey there. There we go. All right, Denver, I'm never picking Denver again. Oh, boy. Well, here we go out of Vancouver. Puck drop is just a few moments away. Puck drop is 6:08 Eastern. TV's a little bit behind, so we're just a couple seconds away from seeing puck drop here on the TV. And, yeah, we will get this game underway here momentarily. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. So Stuart Skinner going to be in net for the Penguins today. He's 17-12-4 in 33 starts this year. 7 goals against average, or an .894 save percentage, but 610, 158 goals against, and .933 save percentage in his last 7. Against Kevin Lankinen, who is 7-15-4 this year, 346 goals against, and 884 save percentage, 1-5-1, 362 goals against, and 882 save percentage in his last 7 outings. So taking a look here, this is going to be the Penguins' Big Three, the 1,000th career game together, including playoffs. For the Big Three, going to be Crosby, Tanger, and Gino. With 3 Stanley Cups on this trio, here we go. Opening draw, going to be won at center ice by the Penguins at Rogers Arena to the near side. Carlson up the center ice area. Penguins going from left to right, the Canucks from right to left. Big collision into the boards with a ref on the near side corner down low, and the Pens offensive end to the far side. Raquel battling for that puck. Crosby in there as well, taken away by Vancouver. And going to move it towards the top of the zone, and back down low they go. 1,000 games together, yes sir. They have played 1,000 games together as that trio. And it's going to be an icing on Vancouver, it looks like. Now, apologies for me, I got some garlic bread in between streams, so. Here we go. Far side circle draw going to be won by the Penguins. Rush to the top of the zone. Gulak over to Russ. Down low again. Over to Raquel. Raquel tied up there. Crosby coming away with it now. Working it in front of the ice. Looking to move it around top of the zone. Tanger shot off a bunch of bodies. And we got a bit of a whistle there after a nice glove save there by Lankinen. All right. Excuse me. Draw one. Chinikov with the puck now. Second line. Tanger sending it down low. Back in behind the net. Over to the near side. Top of the zone. Maintained by Tanger on the far side. Working it around. Passing down low to the near side. Novak not able to control it, but now back to Novak again. Taking it down. Novak passes across in front. He shoots. What a save by Lankinen. Oh my gosh, that should have been a goal. That really should have been a goal. The Penguins just got robbed. Wow. Look at that. Novak taking it down low, passing in front of Cross. A beautiful, beautiful blocker pad save. Denying Evgeny Malkin. Wow. That's crazy. But here we go. Far side circle draw. Got the Novak line out there, won by the Penguins up to the top of the zone. Tanger over to the near side to Gino. Gino cross ice redirected, taken by Malkin, and they're going to send it up and out of play into the stands. Okay. So let's see. We will see. So again, taking a look here, 18:46 to go in the period. And here we go. Face off over to the near side. The Pen's going to move it on into the offensive end, and they go. Close this. I don't need that. Okay, over to the near side. Top of the zone. Going to be taken out for the Canucks off of the stick of Beezer. And the Pens take it back in their defensive end on the far side. Back down low over to the near side. That's going to be Anthony Mantha with that puck, getting that third line some work. Over to the near side again to Kindle. Beautiful puck work there. Moving into the offensive end, and Kindle slides on his booty. Going to be back in behind the net over to the far side, battling for that puck to the top of the zone. The Pens not able to keep the zone, but they're going to go and race down for that puck. That's Jack St. Ivany, cross ice to Shea. Brian Shea over to Kindle on the near side, moving it into the offensive end. Kindle trying to do some stick work, flipping it back in behind the net to the far side. Bodies collide, top of the zone, over to Carlson now. Carlson taking it across ice on a pass, gets redirected and flipped back out by the Canucks. Off of the stick there of Hoglander, I believe it is. To the offensive end they go to the near side. Down low, looking for somewhere to go, is going to be Linus Carlson, but he's going to be tied up in the boards for that puck. Eric Carlson there as well. Puck goes loose, back in behind the net, over to the far side, and going to be sent to the top of the zone for Vancouver. Moving it back down low, able to connect with Hoglander. And actually going to be over there to Roddick as well. Carlson getting in there for Vancouver. And that puck going to go jarred loose back in behind the net. Over to the far side boards again. Crossing to the near side through center. And we'll try to move it in. Flipped right back in by Vancouver. But it's going to be taken right back by Eric Carlson. Takes a big check along the near side boards. Up through center they go. Here come the Penguins into the offensive end. Blake Lizotte looking for some help. Not going to get much. He's battling 1-on-4 in the zone. Nice job there to get on in there by Liam Ogren. And that puck going to get moved out by the Canucks back into the defensive end. They're going to take it. Back onto that far corner. Back in behind the net. Over to the far side. Back on over towards the near. Going to flip it up the near side. Able to connect off of the stick of Bluger. And into the offensive end, going to send it back in behind the net of Stu to the near side to Tanger. Tanger across to the far, back down to Tanger again. Tanger not able to maintain it. A chance in front of the net. A beautiful chance for the Canucks. And what a denial by Shelovs. That puck coming free, going the other way. Here comes your chance. That's going to be Sidney Crosby. Not able to control the puck into the offensive end. Taken back by Vancouver, but right back over by the Penguins to the near side. Into the offensive end, Rust able to slide onto the ice, losing control of that puck, taken back by Vancouver to the near side. Moving it around now, that's going to be off the stick of, going to be number 24, Zeev William. For part of the trade there that sent Quinn Hughes to the Wild. Getting it back around to the far side, that's going to be off of the stick of Evander Kane, back in behind the net. Kane now to the far side, sending it up to the top of the zone. Working with that puck. Along the boards, taken back by the Pens to the near side, moving it up, wing-to-wing pass, in through center they go, looking for some help over to the near side. We got an offside on the Penguins. The whistle at 15:39 left in the first period. Okay. So I do gotta say, this Penguins team is doing everything they need to do right now. They are keeping Vancouver out of the zone, apart, in general. They're not letting Vancouver stay in the zone. They are really doing a great job of getting Vancouver out of the zone when they're in. Look at Artie Shelovs saluting the crowd here because he did play for the Canucks prior to, being the Penguins. But again, the Penguins doing everything that they need to do right now. They're getting the puck out of the defensive end quick. They've had sustained zone presence. Now let's see if they can get another sustained zone time over here. Towards the center ice to the near side, moving it out, back over to the far side. They go through center. Puck goes loose, taken back by the Penguins. Here comes your chance. Novak passing back 3-on-3. Malkin shot and denied. And a nice save, a nice freeze by Lankinen. A nice chance by Gino, but going to be denied on that effort. Oh, man. Only thing I would say is maybe Novak could have made the shot on that. He maybe would have had a little bit more success, but either way, looking pretty solid. And here we go. Now Evgeny Malkin, 26 games, 31 points, 13 goals, and 18 assists this year. Or in Vancouver, I should say. Over to the near side, Chinakhov across top of the zone, Jack St. Ivany sending it towards the net, back behind, over to the far side after a shot goes wide. Maintain Chinakhov along the far side boards. Moving it up towards the top of the zone, down low they go, back in behind the net, over to the far side. Going to be taken off of the stick there of, I believe it's going to be off of Marcus Pettersson, and going the other way, through center ice, going to be dumped into the offensive end by the Canucks behind Stu. Over to the far side, going to send it along the boards. Now up through center they go, the Penguins into the offensive end, going to send it to the near side and go for a line change. Vancouver taking that puck right back and moving it up. Back into the defensive end they go, looking for some help now. Over to the near side, able to connect off the stick of Elias Pettersson. Up through center, going to dump it in. I don't know that he made center ice, but they're going to give him credit for it. Back in behind, over to the far side. A chance for the Canucks in front of the net. Top of the zone, far side to the near. Elias Pettersson's wrist shot goes wide left. Back in behind the net. Now around to the far side. They're trying to get to Evander Kane, not able to. And the Penguins are going to move it out the other way, but taken right back by Connor Garland. But Ben Kindle taking it back for the Penguins into the defensive end along the far side. Cross over to the near. Moving it up off of the stick of Kindle. Working around big time off of the stick of Elias Pettersson. Oh, not Elias Pettersson. It's a different Pettersson. There's too many Petterssons. Too many Petterssons on this team. Over to the near side. Working with it towards the top of the zone. The Pen's going to go. Shot by Carlson. Redirected. And still loose to the far side, Lankinen able to make a nice little deflection, but the Pens still come away with it. Lizotte working with it. That fourth line has been a goal producer. Keep an eye on that fourth line. They haven't scored a goal in a hot minute, so let's see if they can do that today. Wotherspoon shot, going to go wide, and goes out of play. But keep an eye on that fourth line. The Pens' fourth line they were one of the top goal-producing units, and since they have kind of dropped off on some of that production. And it dropped off in that goal production a little bit, so I want to see if they can get back to it. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, let me know by dropping a like and subscribing to the channel, man. It is greatly appreciated. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of Stanley Cup Finals. That would be a pretty sweet milestone to hit on this channel, I would say. Less than a year of, doing a lot of streams and streaming consistently most nights. Be a pretty cool milestone to hit. Take a look around. Let's see, the NFL, we already had one game go final today, so let me go ahead and pull up the rest of the NFL scoreboard. I want NFL scores, open a new tab. We're going to keep an eye on that Rams game, which will begin at 6:30 today. We'll be keeping an eye on that one across the NHL. The Senators up 3-0 on the Golden Knights. Yowzas. At least I'm not a Vegas Golden Knights fan. Oh my gosh. That is bad. That is bad. Dropping to Ottawa like that, bro. Wow. We got Dad coming down. Welcome to the stream, Dad. You gotta turn on your mic. I turned it off to conserve battery. When was the last AFC NFC Championship to win on the road? I don't know. How's it going, Bagel? You want to say hi to the people?
So you think New England's going to win the Super Bowl?
I don't know about that. Hey, Bagel, do you want to say hello to the people? Come here. Come on. Come on. There you go. Now you can say hello to the people. The Pens, top of the zone, working around. That's Tanger. Passing across in front, not able to take a shot off. Raquel with the puck now. Sending it down low towards Crosby. Crosby down again further. Now to the top of the zone, Raquel again. Raquel with a shot goes wide. Over to the near side, going to be taken back here by the Canucks and flipped on out of the zone. Taken back. And a bit of a tie-up for that puck at center ice. Going to be flipped over by the Pens by Raquel over to the far side, back and across to the near side boards, but going to be taken ultimately by Marcus Pettersson behind the net to the far side. And sending it back in behind the net again. And it's a shot from the corner, not able to connect. Got the Bagel here calling the hockey too. A chance in front.
Whoa.
Not able to convert. You on? Or did you just... Okay,
Oh,
yeah, you're
I
on.
am on.
Okay. Here we go. The Penguins trying to take that puck back, but the Canucks out of the defensive end, passing back. Over to the near side. Able to connect up on into the offensive end. Drew O'Connor looking for some help and going to clear himself out of the zone. So you saying hi to the people, Bagel, huh? Saying hello to the people, huh? So the Penguins now up on into the offensive end. A chance. A shot. Not going to go. That was a nice chance by Novak. Malkin across. Chinikov. Oh, he scores! He scores! Igor Chinikov!
I'm not sure about that. He thinks that it's not.
Well, there's a down Canuck as well on the play. Also a down Canuck, but that's going to be a goal.
I'm not sure. Did it cross the line?
It did. I saw it later. I saw it back in the back. Watch it here. Oh, that's the transition. But the Penguins taking a 1-0 lead in this one. And right there, it was down low, back up front, shot, and it slid in. See? Right there. Wait a minute. Yeah, it did. Right there. It fully crossed and then flipped back. It was kind of like doing that like little disc thing where it kind of went doom, 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 doom. So it looked like it did. It looked like it didn't cross whenever you saw where it ended up. Yeah. But it did cross. I think Bagel likes that, huh? Yeah. But the Penguins taking a 1-0 lead. The Penguins, when scoring
is that your
first.
guy? Chinikov?
Yes, it is. I think the next jersey I'm getting is going to be a Chinikov. I really like Igor Chinikov. He's going to be around for a while, too. The Pens are going to lock him up. Oh, we're going to get a power play, too. The Penguins are going to end up on a power play after this.
Wait a minute. Maybe.
There's no way they take the goal off the board on that one. There's no way they take it. They're reviewing it.
On what they're
challenging that it crossed the goal line. That's going to be a power play for the Penguins. I'll slap that up on the board right now. It's going to be a bench penalty. Oh, wait, no, they're challenging the offside.
Oh, yeah. Offside.
Never mind, it is a good challenge. That goal is coming off. I thought they were challenging him to cross the line, but no, they're challenging the offside. Yep. Chinikov. All Chinikov needed to do is just kick that leg up just a little bit. Think Bo Nix would have done better? I think he would have done a little bit better in the game. I think the Broncos win it with Bo Nix. Yep, offside, no goal. That was the right call, unfortunately. 3 NFL call sheets remaining. But yeah, a successful challenge, going to get that goal taken off of the board. Good catch by the video team to catch that it was offside. I mean, I know it's their job, but still, good catch. So, gotta give props to the video team on the Canucks end. So here we go. The Pens over to the near side, dumping it into the offensive end, off the stick of Shea to the far side, down low. Working with it now, the Canucks. Working out of the defensive end now, over to the near side. Gonna move it up along the boards, up on into the offensive end with a chance back in behind the net of Stu. To the far side. There's your chance. And taken back the other way. Never mind, shot from the corner immediately. Another quick shot. Look at Stu, boy. Stuart Skinner making some quick shots.
I mean, they're not playing well, Penguins.
Yeah, the Penguins are not. They were early on, but they've since kind of fallen away out of that a little bit. But here we go. That puck gonna get cleared out. No icing. Tanger gonna get there in time. Or Wotherspoon, my bad, getting to it in time. And flipping it up on into the offensive end they go. A chance to rush over to the near side of Chari. It's ended around the near side to Dewar. Or Lazat, my bad. Thought it was 19. But now along the near side boards they go. And going to get moved out the other way by Vancouver. Here comes your race. Carlson with the puck. Back in behind the net. Cheadle on him as well. Cheadle. Or Heedle. Sorry. And now it's going to be the Penguins to the near side. Up on into the offensive end they go. Dewar dumping it in the zone. Giving chase. And bodies collide. Puck goes to the far side. Blake Lizotte with the puck. Over on the far side towards the top of the zone. Kept in by Lizotte. Sending it down low over to the near side. Here comes Brian Rust around the far side. He sends it towards the top of the zone. Another tie-up for that puck. Gonna jar loose. Back into the neutral zone. And here comes Vancouver with a chance. Tanger doing a nice job. Nice poke check by the Pens to get that puck away. Flipping it towards the offensive end. But Vancouver gonna flip it right back. Tanger gets it from Kulak. And a wing-to-wing pass into the offensive end they go. Here comes Ricard Raquel taking it back in behind the net over to Crosby over on the far side. Crosby looking for some help top of the zone, able to hit Tanger. Tanger to Crosby. Crosby looking for some help again. Going to go across to Tanger. Tanger top of the zone. Kulak sending it towards the net. Going to be redirected and cleared on out by the Canucks. Up through center ice they go. Through to the offensive end on that far side. And going to get cleared back out into the neutral zone. Over to the near side they go. Moving it back in off of Pettersson. Marcus Pettersson for the record. And back in behind the net they go to the near side over to the far. Tanger going to send it to the top of the zone. And that puck gets cleared out again. Now the Canucks working with it over to the near side through center. Passing. And on into the offensive end they go. Wing to wing. A chance in front of the net. And a nice stop by Stu. A bit of extracurricular after the play. A couple big hits. You heard about that. Okay. You go ahead and put some of my call sheets back that I don't need right now. There we go. So they are going to another commercial break here. That's good, Bagel. That's good, Bagel, huh? Okay. What are your thoughts on this game so far, Dad?
I don't know. They gotta be a little bit more sound in their end. I think they're trying to score a goal in their sometimes.
Well, yeah, they're trying to score a goal. It's hockey.
Well, I know, but they're not. They're trying to get rushed up like the old Pens.
I know they're trying to get the blue line to blue line pass to the offensive end.
And it's.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have easily have been down a goal or two by now. Some of those chances.
Yeah. Wait, I didn't even realize that.
What?
When they went to the digital overlay. Look at that. Players are disappearing. When they went to the digital overlay, players were legitimately disappearing. Look at that. There's a guy there that's invisible, a guy here that's invisible. Oh my gosh, that was a disaster for CBS. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. That is too funny. So we are there interviewing Nick Bonino, the assistant coach for the Penguins. Okay. And here we go. Lizotte. Going to be over to the near side. The Pens are going to get to it and move it out the other way. Wing-to-wing pass off the stick of Gino to the far side. Shot by Shea and a nice little freeze up by the goalie Lankinen. Nice effort there by the Canucks. Okay. Let's see. I just can't believe Ottawa's up 3-0 on Vegas. Vegas has had some serious questions in the past, but man, that is a real big what are you doing moment. Kraken also beating the Devils earlier today. And here we go, top of the zone. A chance, a shot, bringing it in. Sheenakov. Gonna be denied over to the top of the zone. Chance by Shea. Shoot! Loose over to the near side again. A nice save by Lankinen. Oh my gosh, Lankinen is single-handedly keeping this team in this game right now. He is the reason they are in this game. Oh my gosh. Go ahead and update this to 4. And let me go ahead and update the NFL scores as well. Got MN fans saying Penguins by 4. Well, we'll see.
I don't know if the Penguins can even score a goal.
So here we go. Chance, a shot to the near side, loose, taken by Crosby, back in behind the net, over to the far side, working down low towards the near, trying to wrap it around again. Crosby gonna go, Chance in front, gonna be deflected and taken away by Filip Hronek. Now going up the near side boards they go. Into the defensive end, gonna be taken back by Tanger. Tanger over to the near side, able to connect Raquel into the offensive end. They go with a chance down to the corner, looking to move it around, top of the zone, intercepted, and gonna be moved around, ultimately taken by one of the Petterssons. Over to the far side, DeBrusque gonna send it on in, and a bit of a race to that puck. That's gonna be Tanger. Getting it to the near side, over to Raquel, across ice, over to Crosby. Crosby into the offensive end, he dumps it, or it might not have been Crosby, it might have been Gino, because they got the Kindle line out there. Over to the far side, back on in behind the net, another tie-up, Ben Kindle in there. Trying to contest it to the far side, and going to be moved out ultimately now by Zeev Buium. Into the offensive end by the Vancouver Canucks. Chasing back in behind the net, they'll go. And over to the near side, again, they're going to move it. Bring around Ben Kindle, wing to wing, not able to fully connect, and the Pens are going to just flip it out. And flipping it back into the defensive end to create more space. Over to the near side, Shea with the puck. Passing across to the far side. Up through center they go. Over to the near side of the offensive end, off of Kindle. Now off of Shea. Shea looking for some help. Gonna move it around in front. Shot redirected on a wrister. Puck goes in the air, back in behind the net. Getting there is going to be Anthony Mantha, who got back on the score sheet last game against Edmonton. Very, very much so. 2 goals. Over to the top of the zone. Going to be maintained along the boards. And, oh boy, here comes your chance. 2-on-1 over to the far side. Not able to get a clean shot off is Zeev Buium. All right. So let me see. Over to the near side. Again, towards the top of the zone. Here come the Canucks working it around again. A chance in front on a redirect. And Ben Kindle going to move it out. Over to the far side, taken back by the Canucks. Up through center ice they go. And now going to move it around that far side. Back on over to the near. The Pens working with it out of the defensive end. And now into the offensive end. Another chase down low. Big check into the boards. Dished out against Connor Dewar. Over to the near side. Dewar going to come away with it now. Top of the zone, shot, going to be denied. Over to the far side, back in behind in the corner, Lizotte with the puck. Working it around to the top of the zone, taken back by Vancouver. And going to go the other way. Back on into the defensive end of the Penguins. Another contested puck, Vancouver, top of the zone. Over to the near side. Again, now it's from Pettersson, over to the near side, shot by Linus Karlsson, not able to connect. And that puck going to get cleared out through the center ice area, taken back by Vancouver in their own end. Now it's going to be taken over there by P.O. Joseph for the Canucks, over to the near side. Moving it back over to P.O. Joseph. Get around the near side again. The Canucks able to move it up through center to the offensive end, but going to be taken right back by the Penguins off of the stick of going to be Tommy Novak. I don't know why I was blanking on his number for a second, but over to the near side. The Canucks back in behind the net, working with it, is going to be off of the stick there. And that's going to be Hedl. And again, over to that far side, they're working again. Along the boards, right in front of the benches, the Canucks going to dump it on into the offensive end. Behind the net to the near side they go. Connecting to Chinikov. Passing across, going to be intercepted by the Canucks. Into the offensive end they go, off of the stick of one of the Pettersson brothers. And going to be taken right back by the Penguins over to the near side. Wing-to-wing pass over to the far. Moving it up through center into the offensive end. And it's going to be redirected to the near side. It's going to be taken by Elias Pettersson. Moving it up himself. Looking for some room. Pass going to be intercepted. Deflected by the Penguins into the offensive end. Back around to the far side. Moving it around. Off the stick of Tyler Myers. Loose puck. Raquel able to loosen it up over to the near side. Here comes the Pens on the attack if they can design a zone. But going to be taken right on back by the Canucks up on into the offensive end off the stick of Evander Kane. Racing into the corner down low. Connecting Wotherspoon, able to take it away. And working for some space along the boards on the near side. Trying to move it up. Trying to clear it out of the zone. Taken right back by one of the Pettersson's shot. Not able to connect again. Brian Rust to the far side. Going to clear it up. Taken on back by Vancouver in the defensive end. And again, one of the other Pettersson brothers. So many Petterssons. So many Pedersens. Up on into the neutral zone to the offensive end. The Canucks go with a chance to the far side. The Pens able to clear it out the other way. But Vancouver going to take it back in the neutral zone. Wing to the near side. Up on into the offensive end. Off the stick of Connor Garland. Looking for some help. Going down low. Along the far side. Top of the zone. Taken back by the Penguins. Off the stick of Brazeau. Into the offensive end they go. Into the corner. Mantha. Going to be contesting that puck. Brazeau getting in there as well a little bit. Philip Roddick able to poke it around the near side. And the Pens are going to try and get control. Kulak to Brazeau. A chance up front. And the Canucks are going to take it right back. Missed a pass that would have set up a wide open goal. Up on into the offensive end, a chance into the far corner, chasing down that puck over to the near side, again down low, along the boards, moving it up and out in front of the net. Here comes a chance for the Canucks. A nice chance and a nice save by Stuart Skinner. A beautiful, beautiful stop there on the shot by Linus Karlsson. And now we're going to another commercial because that has gone way too long without a commercial. That was a long series without a face-off, bro. That was a long series without a face-off. Or a whistle. Doing, Bagel? What you doing? Huh? You a snow dog? You the snow doggy? The snow doggy? Huh? Yeah, the snow doggy. Oh, man. First whistle, 16:27 in. Yeah. How long was it between whistles? Let me take a look. Hey, Bagel. You can hop up. You can hop up here. You can hop up. Come on. Come on, Bagel. Let's see. Let me see how long it was between whistles. It was a long time between whistles. Puck frozen by the goalie at 16:26. The last whistle was 10:35 into the period, so it was almost 6 minutes. I see you staring. I see the way you staring. Want to say hello to the peoples? Are you gonna say hello to the people? You have anything to say, huh? Anything you want to say? Yeah, 6 minutes without a whistle. Huh. Yeah. You're having some fun, huh? You're just hanging around watching the Penguins. You a Penguin, huh? Are you a Penguin?
Witherspoon used to be in this.
Huh. You a Penguin?
What? The Canucks.
Well, Shelovs used to play for the Canucks system as well.
Yeah, but he used to be up in the top as a young kid watching him.
You got to paw, huh? Oh, you're snugglebugging. You're snugglebugging. Another wow is Art Rooney never even having a Zoom meeting with Shula. I thought they had it. They didn't have an in-person, but they had a virtual. I was pretty sure they had a virtual with Sheelas and Shula. But they never waited to have an in-person. Thomas. I could be wrong on that, but that's what I thought.
Yeah, they did.
Over to the far side, down low. The Canucks over to the near side with that puck. 3:08 to go in the period. This was just reported that he didn't do it? I'm going to take a look on X in between periods. So here we go. Moving it back into the defensive end. The Pens with the puck. Wing-to-wing pass. Taken now by Blake Lizotte, Mr. Moneyman himself. Back over to Karlsson. Karlsson leaving it there for Gino. Now going to try and pass it up. Loses the puck. And going to be taken right back into the offensive end by the Canucks. Down low. Here comes your chance. Back in behind the net is going to be off of number 18, Drew O'Connor. Loose over to the near side. Going to be taken out by Gino. Passing across and up on in. The other way they go. To the offense. Never mind. They do get into the offensive end now. Down low. Chance redirected. And Novak going to get taken down to the ice for the Canucks to take the puck right back. The wing pass over to the near side. Off the stick of Beezer. And going to go back in behind the net over to the near side. And that puck out now. The Penguins through center. On into the offensive end they go with a chance, and we got a whistle.
Offside.
Yep. Hey, let me pull up X.
Ah, guess what?
Let's see. Oh, here we go. The Penguins trying to move it out of the defensive end. I will be back. Dad, I need you to cover.
Yep. We're down. Got it. Nope. Nope. Yeah. Scores.
Oh, are you kidding?
Canucks scores.
Oh, the Canucks end up getting.
Well, maybe.
Oh, they're saying goalie interference.
No goal.
No goal, goaltender interference.
They had you.
They thought I was coming in tomorrow. They thought I was starting tomorrow. Okay. All right. They called saying, "Hey, don't worry about coming in tomorrow." Like, I thought I was starting on the. I kind of thought we agreed to.
They say yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't just up and leave. But here we go.
Yeah, that it could have been 1-1 today. Right now.
What?
With the 2 goals.
Yeah.
Wiped out.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Both goals, 1 goal at each end, wiped out over to the near side. A chance over to the near side. The Pens working with it towards top of the zone. Lazat not able to control it. Goes over to Dewar. Back over to Carlson, top of the zone. Carlson working down low. Chance shot going to be redirected. And here come the Canucks going the other way. 35 seconds to go in the period. Over to the far side, moving it into the offensive end. A chance over the near side. Shot going to be denied. Over to the near side again. And it's going to be moved by Achari. And over to the near side. Puck gets cleared out. Taken back by the Canucks. Wing to wing in the defensive end. 20 seconds to go in the period. Working with that puck now is going to be Philip Aronik. Working with it now to the far side. Wing to wing pass over to the near.
So now you know.
8 seconds to go in the period. Yeah. Now back in behind the net. A bit of a tie up there. Kulak to the far side. Tanger. They get taken down. And another battle for the puck. But that is how that first period is going to come to a close with a score. The Pittsburgh Penguins, nothing. The Vancouver Canucks, nothing. Shots on goal are 8 for the Penguins and 9 for the Canucks after 1. What are your thoughts on the first period, Dad?
I don't know. It's we'll see what happens. But I thought the Penguins didn't do too bad. I mean, Skinner's kept them in there, and their goaltender kept them in there. I mean,
It's really been a big goalie battle.
Yeah.
So.
Uh-oh.
What? Talked about whether we had our man going to bring. Oh, whoa! That is. They didn't even have the. Unless the. This is not saying that Shula got it. That Shula was even interviewed. You ready for this quote by RD2? We wound up bringing in 3 guys for in-person interviews: Brian Flores, Mike McCarthy, and Anthony Weaver. Then we sat down and talked about whether we had our man.
or if we wanted to bring in more people for in-person interviews. We decided Mike was the man for the job, so we went ahead and offered him the job on Saturday. Wow. Man, that's crazy, bro. Ugh.
Uh-oh. This could be a blowout. 1st and 10 at LA 24 for Seahawks.
Okay. Man. 21st snowiest day in Pittsburgh history. Snowiest date since 2/5/2010. We accumulate an additional 1.2 inches to a day's end. The snowiest day this century. Most since 1/4/1994.
Oh.
Wow. And my Leafs keep losing? Oh, man. I saw that today, unfortunately, bro. I mean, in the defense, it was Colorado. Not saying that there's ever an excuse to lose, but it was Colorado. You know what I mean? So, I can't really say too much against them for that because, you know. Oh boy. Let's see, let me close you. And take a look at a couple of things here while we are rolling in the intermission. You only make playoffs by wild card now. Our division is insane. Yeah, I mean, both divisions are crazy, bro. It looks like the snow's gonna get out of our hair by tonight. For the most part, but we got one more big round of heavy snow. Wow, that is a heavy band of snow. Okay. That's good. That's good. Oh, here we're getting ready for a Seattle touchdown, unfortunately.
Yep.
3rd and goal at the 2. But we're chilling here at the end of 1. Where's Pittsburgh at? Are they going to make...
Shut up.
Are they going to make it, you think? I think the Pens do. I really think the Penguins do make it. I mean, granted, don't get me wrong. It is a tough it's tough conference in general. Absolutely. But I do think that the Penguins can get the job done. If we take a look at Money Puck right now, right? Well, Money Puck and giving their playoff odds right now. The Penguins, as it sits right now, have 1, 2, 4, 5. The 10th best playoff odds in the NHL, according to Money Puck. And out of teams in the Eastern Conference, they're only behind Tampa Bay, Carolina, and Detroit. They're the 4th highest odds playoff team in the Eastern Conference. So, and given the way this team has been playing, I mean, I really like where they're at. Vancouver hasn't been mathematically eliminated yet, have they? It's not possible for Vancouver to have been mathematically eliminated, I don't think. They have literally a 0%, unless it's like a 0.001% chance. Let's say, because the Penguins with a win tonight can make the NHL their first team have their highest points potential fall under 100. Because Seattle is, Vancouver. Seattle just got a touchdown, by the way. But Vancouver, their maximum points potential, assuming they win out, is 101. And that's assuming a win today. If the Canucks lose today, their maximum points potential drops below 100. They'd have to win out, and they wouldn't even get 100 points. It would be the first team in the NHL this year to have their max points potential fall below 100. Yeah. That's the thing. I don't know why the NHL doesn't have that as a default tool in their standings. of max points. Because that, I think, is it's a much more useful tool. You know what I mean? Like, you can say, for instance, you know, what's a good example here? Oh, Detroit. They've got a lead in the they've got a lead in the Atlantic Division. But whenever you factor in the games that have yet to be played, you know, their 1 point lead over Tampa Bay turns into a 5-point deficit in maximum points. It's also useful for playoff situations. Like, you can know, oh, a team has a max points of, let's say, 80, and your lowest wildcard team has 80. They're eliminated. Yeah, it'll show you how many games in hand effectively. And it takes those maximum points and really just makes it a lot easier to determine if a team is mathematically eliminated. You know what I mean? Like, let's say hypothetically right now, let's say hypothetically, right? The lowest wildcard team in the Western Conference has 102 points. Then entering today, the Vancouver Canucks would be mathematically eliminated because even if they win out, they'd be at 101 points, not 102.
I'll be back.
Okay. So that's why I added that. I mean, it's a manual calculation I got to do, but that's why I added that. I think the NHL should add that because it just makes everything so much simpler. When you know what you're looking for and you know a maximum points potential, it just makes it so much easier. I mean, like, John, I mean, I hope that I hope the Discord server has been useful for you because I update that every day. Playoff picture, not so much. Playoff picture gets updated roughly once a week. I'm probably going to update it tomorrow, actually. But yeah, that's kind of the thought process on that. Also, we got a notebook coming out because we got a new series on this channel. So like I did a Steelers fan reaction to the 2025 NFL season and a Steelers fan reaction to the hiring of Mike McCarthy alongside a Pens fan reaction to the Flyers game. I have max points. Yeah, I have max points on there. I have max points in playoff picture and in standings. You go to standings, I have position, team, points, record, games played, max points. But yeah, we're doing a series of, it's going to be a weekly series, right? Not an every game series because that's just a bit too much. I might try it for, you know, we'll see. We'll see what I do. I might do a Pens fan reaction to individual games before the break. And then after the break, switch out. We'll see. I might do that just to kind of give it a feel. See if you guys want to have it be on an individual game basis or if you want it to be on a weekly basis. But I am leaning, I think, more towards the weekly basis. But we'll see. We'll see what I do. I might make this its own game. I might make this its own reaction. Which actually... First period. Goal by Pinikov. Taken off. Offside. And then we have goal by Van. Taken away. Goalie interference. I might make it an individual one for this game. We'll see. Blues man, Blues are in Blues what are in last? Yeah, their max point potential is 107. Again, the math could always be a little bit off. I always, you know, about once every couple weeks I verify the numbers just to make sure they are correct. Just to make sure they are right. But, you know, I try to make sure that I keep up with that as much as I can. And really, it's just doing math. It really is just doing basic math. It's like all you do is you take 82 minus games played, then multiply that by 2, and add that to their current points. That's your max points. Bingo. So, we'll see. Let me go here. I'm going to check out a couple things on the back end real quick because we have a little bit of time. Okay, that is good. And let's check over here. Let me see. Oh, geez. That video really is like kind of blowing up a little bit more relatively. That's Steelers fan reaction to the hiring of Mike McCarthy. Much love to all who've checked out that video, honestly. Like, I greatly appreciate it. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, that video got 188 views in the first, just over the first day. Man. I think I'm going to do more of those kind of videos, because I do enjoy making those videos, too. They're quick edits. It literally is just simple cuts, maybe some titling, all that fun jazz. It's a series I really like doing. So if it's something that you guys enjoy and keep enjoying while we go through this, I mean, absolutely, I want to keep it going. And since I'm readjusting my schedule a little bit, I might be able to make things happen for every single game. So, we'll see. We will see. Again, just taking a look here as we have some time on X. I'm cool, Jason. Will you do a Pokemon stream tonight? I'm thinking about doing one. It might be a bit closer to 10-ish. Just, I might do it a bit closer to 10-ish on the Eastern time. Especially if I am going to do a Penguins fan reaction to this video, to this game. So if I'm going to do that as an individual game, I might go live a bit later. Just to make sure I can record it and then get the basic editing done. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be the play. But again, it's also going to depend if my voice just collapses in this little bit here. Then I'm not going to be able to really do it. But I want to try and do it. So. Well, you can't pick the stars. We're going to resume the journey. We didn't beat the game last night. I mean, we didn't beat the game. You're back in a bit? All right, Bon, all right. Yeah. I mean, that series is probably going to go on for a few weeks. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let us see. We're gonna take a look here. Oh my gosh. So we are keeping up with the who's your favorite Pokemon? There's a couple of them. There's a couple of them I really enjoy. Electrike is one. I love that Electric Manectric line. Fennekin was the first ever starter I had, so that whole line, is up there. I mean, there's a lot of good ones up there that I really enjoy. Unicorn's not a bad one either. Man, Chinikov is going to be fun to watch. Absolutely, Tim Johnson. Absolutely. Chinikov has been electric. He should have had a goal, but it was ruled offside afterwards after review, so. But, let's see. Jesla, just to let you know, might be interesting for you. Down below, I'm not sure if you subscribed already. I don't know who subscribed, obviously. But we do have a new channel. It's Jason's Realm Gaming. And the link is actually down in the description below the stream. And that's where we're doing some Pokemon streams. So we are right now in the middle of a Pokemon Y Ultimate Randomizer Nuzlocke. And the first gym gave us a lot of troubles. We had to fight a Heatran, and we had nothing to take on the Heatran with. So, not a great start to the series. But we managed to get through that gym. So, something you might want to check out if that tickles your fancy a little bit. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Ugh. TV's out there. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, what we're doing is we're doing team names as the naming theme for the Nuzlocke. Later on, we might do some food, all that fun jazz. We might be able to do something a bit more consistently with one of my buddies too, potentially. Just, depending on how things go, we might be able to bring him on for a series. Who do you want at the deadline? Robert's going to be amazing, but kind of a pipe dream. The thing is, the only way to get Robo for the Penguins is going to involve moving either Rust or Raquel. I'd prefer moving Rust, because I think Raquel is being a lot more efficient right now than Rust. Rust can be very hot and cold at times. You would have to do that alongside like Rucker McGroarty, alongside a couple of picks. Which, as a move in itself, if you're going to go all in on this year, or if you're going to go in on extending him to next year, that's not a bad option at all. You know what I mean? The only thing is you also don't want to overpay because Robo's only guaranteed through this season. He's going to be an RFA next year. So you do get the RFA deal of it. But, I don't know. I mean, I enjoy that, I think getting some defensive help, I don't really know you need defensive help. I really think the Penguins really are solid as they are right now. I don't know if they really need to necessarily get anyone in particular. And who would you look for? What hole would you look for the Penguins if you're trying to get someone at the trade deadline?
I don't know. I don't know what I haven't really followed them a whole lot.
I mean, I'm gonna start streaming. I'm online all the time lately. I got in an accident traveling to Dubai. Oh, that's not good. Stuck in bed for a while. Sorry about that, man. We're praying for you, bro. We're praying for you. But yeah, I can't really. I mean, maybe if you could do like a first liner swap with someone. You know what I mean? Like I've heard that Elias Pettersson might be in the mix. Evander Kane could be in a mix on the Canucks side of things. There's a couple names out there. Pens can use a scorer. That is something true. But again, the Pens have also had some consistencies with their lines. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see what the Penguins do, and if the Penguins do nothing, I'm not ashamed. I am not ashamed if the Penguins do nothing. Because again, you're trying to build for this year, for next year, and for the future. Even if you're not going all in this year, you'll still have Crosby next year. I almost assure that you'll bring Tanger and Malkin back. Tanger is one I could take or leave at times. But definitely keeping Malkin, definitely keeping Gino. I think he's going to play next year with the Pens. I'd be remiss if Dubas does not offer him a contract. But here we go, getting ready for the second period of action here in Vancouver. Russ McGroarty in a first and second will be awesome. Love Russ, but I'd add him to make that happen. I'd include any prospect not named Kindle as well. I don't know that I would include Ville Koivunen. I would not include Ville Koivunen either. I personally prefer Koivunen over McGroarty, but both of them are very good players. But here we go. A chance to the offensive end shot going to get redirected by the Penguins. Back in behind the net, over towards the near side. Crosby. It's going to be someone that's an AHL to NHLer. You know what I mean? It's going to be one of those guys that's up and down all around. It's probably going to come down to McGroarty or Koivunen, realistically, if they're going to make it happen. I think Dubas has done well. I wish he didn't leave Toronto. Oh my gosh. That do be true. But also, wasn't he like not doing much with Toronto either? So here we go. The Pens trying to move it up into the offensive end. Gino cross over to Novak. Shot gonna go high over the net. Top of the zone. Sending it back down low over to the top of the zone. Shot gonna go wide again. Yeah, let's see. Our first will hopefully be a late one this year. Hopefully. I mean, I'm willing to give up that first. Even if you have to throw in Ville Koivunen. I like Ville personally, but if you have to throw him in, whoop-de-doo. But here we go, a chance down low for Vancouver, wrapping it around, top of the zone, not able to reconnect, and they clear themselves out. But yeah, I mean, I personally just think that's, it's going to be one of those guys, and you're not going to get him until after the Olympic break. The GM of Dallas has already said they're not making moves till after the break. There's going to be a very quick turnaround window on that, because the trade deadline comes a couple weeks after. McKinnon shot on a breakaway on a backhander, not able to punch it through. Brazeau on the far side with the puck. Looking down, over to Mantha, over to Kindle, top of the zone.
No one's there.
And they're going to clear it all the way out. Oh, man, Pens are going shorthanded. Oh, my gosh. Hey, struggling. First fan. And delay. Game. Okay, just taking some notes throughout the game so I can make that video later on. 30 million in cap space is what we're going to do with it. Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's see. I mean, we made the playoffs every year at least with him, and he picked Knies at a great spot. That is true, but also look at it this way: the Steelers are making the playoffs, you know, just about every year with Mike Tomlin, and they were making great seasons out of not so great teams. But does that mean that you're going to really do anything? Back in behind the net, over to the far side. The Canucks moving it around. And again, I mean, it really could go either way. But that's kind of my philosophy behind it. If things are getting stale, you got to make the move. But over to the far side. A chance for Vancouver. Shot. Nice denial by Stu.
Get it out of there.
And the Pens now with possession. Shea taking it and going to clear it out slowly. Going to put it back in behind Lankinen. Should we give some to Malkin this year for a lesser contract next year? I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, I don't know how much Gino's really going to need, and he also might be willing to take a bit of a hometown discount to allow the Penguins to go out and get a stellar free agent. You know what I mean? He might be willing to take a bit lower than his market cap would be so that he can, you know, just like Brady did with New England. If you take that time to be able to say, hey, I'm not going to request, you know, $10 million a year so that you can build a team around me.
Uh-oh.
And the Pens, 2-on-1, short-handed, but not able to control it. Bodies collide on into the ice. And into the offensive end goes Evander Kane, looking for some help, passing across a chance. A shot denied by Stu, but they take it back on the rebound over to the near side. Shot denied again, passing across down low. And a nice job by Stu to the near side, top of the zone. Kane shot denied again. Over to the near side.
I don't like this. I don't like
Top
this.
of the zone again, working with it. Shot, and again, going to be gloved by Stu.
I don't like that. I didn't like that. Especially whenever you had two of your people up there.
Okay. Taking some notes again for that Penguins fan reaction video that we're going to record, hopefully to get that out later tonight. Because I think I am going to do this game on its own. I think I'm going to do this week on its own, see what happens. But Mantha going to be hopping right out of the box as soon as this face-off happens. Let me go ahead and take that power play off. And there we go, top of the zone. Over to the near side, off the power play. Shot from the top of the zone, going to go wide. Over to the near side again. And moving it up the other way. The amount going to be a Penguin next year, and it'll be a great value. Farewell tour at minimum for our first ballot Hall of Famer. Absolutely. And I think that also allows the Penguins a chance to use that cap space to get a big goal scorer. Get someone that's going to hit the open market. You know what I mean? You can even offer Robo if he's not traded. Dallas has to match what you offer. So you can offer Robo and force Dallas's hand into giving him to you. You know what I mean? If you can outbid the other teams, you could probably throw, $8 million a year to Robo. Dallas is not going to be able to really match it. Over to the near side, moving it up along the boards. Because Robo has a new agent that has a history of getting deals done, but you can't make a $10 million a year deal if you only have $3 million to work with. No one throws offer sheets around. Exactly. I mean, with that, you're going to force Dallas's hand to say, hey, you maybe can spend $5 million on Robo. We're going to offer $8 million. And if you want Robo that bad, you got to basically screw your team to get Robo. But hello, into the offense, into the near side. Gino shoots, he scores!
Now, how do they go and say this is not a good goal?
Please tell me Chinakov's on the assist. Please tell me Chinikov was on that pass across. Yes, it is.
Chinikov.
It is Chinikov. Let's go. Go.
Do that to him, and then him.
Yep. Beautiful play.
Chinikov to
Chinikov to
then
Novak,
whoever
and then
that is,
Yep.
18.
Chinikov and Novak are gonna get the assists on that goal. He's in cheering for the field goal. Bro, what? Oh, Rams get the ball back, down 7. That's cool. That's cool. But here we go. He's at 22, 3, and 6, right?
When scoring first, yes.
22, 3, and 6 this season. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Face off the over to the near side, and then Canucks gonna dump it on into the offensive end. Back in around the far side. The Pens trying to take it away. Moving it up over to Dewar. Not able to connect. Back down low. A chance. Over to the far side. Oh, in front of the net. Still loose. Into the corner. Down on the near side.
Come on, defense.
And over to that far side. Going to move it up. And a chance. A shot again. Going to go wide of the net. Over to the near side. Back in behind to the far side they go. Working it around. Down low the Canucks. You got to get this puck out of the zone, Penguins. Tied up along there. Going to get in there is Carlson. Going to go back in behind the net now. Going to be taken back by Beezer. Top of the zone. Over to the near side. Able to connect with Myers. Sending it towards the net. Gets redirected by some bodies and some sticks. And now Malkin with the puck over to Novak. Not able to fully connect and take it back into the offensive end. Off the stick of Hedel. A chance. A shot. Going to go wide after being redirected. Loose over in front of the net. Taken back by Novak up through the center ice area. Moving it up and just going to dump it on into the offensive end. Presumably go for a change. Over to the near side of the offensive end. A chance, a breakaway shot denied by Stu. That's how you frickin' do it, boys. Stu. Yes, sir, Thomas. Yes, sir. That is beautiful. How am I doing in fantasy? Oh my. Oh, that's a gut punch.
You did.
My stupidity in not starting and not switching Mackenzie Blackwood in and come back and haunt me. You know how many points I gave up on by not starting Blackwood today and instead starting Sergei Bobrovsky, who's not even starting today? You know how many points I gave up on?
How many?
8.4. Out of a goalie that is phenomenal. 32 saves, 1 goal against, but also a win. But my opponent got 13.5 points today from his scores. I got 6.9, but I also got Stu. And I still have a pretty hefty lead.
Guess what the Rams are on pace of giving up yards-wise?
What, 500?
600.
Ow. That's bad. That is bad.
Rams are going down.
That's the other thing. That's the other thing I should... Go change reaction to the... Shoot, I'm gonna need it. I might just use my Juju jersey tonight when I record that.
Is the guy coming back?
Who?
The Pittsburgh guy.
Pittsburgh dad?
No.
Dutry?
No, the guy that you used to say, "They're our forward."
Oh.
Remember?
Oh, he is. Did you not see my Stewart chain reaction to the 2025 NFL season?
No.
Oh, I lead off with "Turn off the red nose reindeer, take the show Super Bowl." I'll play that at the next commercial. I am proud of that intro. I love it. Oh, here we go. Over to the near side. A face-off in the defensive end. Going to be taken by the Penguins if they can control it. Tied up along the boards in the near side corner down low. In there going to be Brett Kulak among others. That puck going to be jarred loose and taken by Stu, and a quick shot. Nice save. Vander Kane getting into it with Kulak. They're just giving each other a big old hug. Look at that.
He's like, no, you don't. I'm gonna hug you. It's like they're grabbing at each other. Like, no, you don't. Hug time. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I think I've really kind of come into my own on those kind of videos. I think I've gotten a little bit better on the hooks. Here we go to the near side. Tanger back in behind the net to the far side towards the top of the zone to Kulak. Now the Pen's going to clear it out the other way, but it's going to be Penguins icing. Here we go. You know, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Videos. Oh, the next whistle, I'll show you it. Tanger gonna send it around the far side. Puck gets cleared out again, and the Penguins ice it again. Kidding me? Down. I mean, I'm just saying. I loved that. I loved that intro. That was one of my favorite intros when I was editing it, bro. I'm gonna do something like that for the Penguins game
End
here.
of first quarter, Rams have it. First down at midfield.
Yep. The Canucks in the offensive end. A shot gonna be going wide. The near side into the boards. Not a jinx, but Vancouver only has 5 wins in 23 home games this year. That do be true. Vancouver is another one of those teams like the Rangers. But Vancouver is just, you know, bad in general. Top of the zone, shot over to the near side. And that puck trying to get cleared out. Over to the far side they move. Here we go. 2-on-1 to the offensive end. Shot and a loose puck to the near side. What a denial. The Pens maintain the zone down low to the near side. Over to Raquel. Top of the zone, Kulak. Kulak cross ice. Chance shot by Tanger over towards Raquel. Not able to go. Loose back in behind the net. Raquel back in behind over to the far side. Taken back by the Canucks. All right. And Vancouver going to be offside. Five wins and 23. Taking some notes here for that video I'm going to record here after this. Oh, here we go. Over to the far side. The Penguins out of the defensive end to the near side. Into the offensive end. No icing. Back in behind the net is going to be P.O. Joseph to the near side. And the Pens trying to take it away in the centerized area by Shea. Dumping it back on into the offensive end. They go to the far side. Moving it around is going to be Elias Pettersson. Into all the way out of play. Out into the benches. Okay.
What?
This is great. So somebody on X just said, going from Tomlin to McCarthy is like taking a dump in your pants and changing your shirt. Oh, the Pens in the offensive end, top of the zone, working with it now, trying to send it to the near side. Shea gonna go and pass in front. Shea scores! He scores! Ben Kindle! That is how you do it, baby! Ben mother-loving Kindle! There's the goal horn! Let's frickin' go, boys! Penguins got him off. Let's go! How's it
That
going,
would be
Egg?
an interesting thing if they could go to the Penguins could go to the Super Bowl.
Hey, anyone who's not going to the Olympics, or anyone who's not going to the Olympics can, because it's during the Olympic break. By today's sponsor, SeatGeek.
Now, was that directed in?
Yeah, directed in by Kindle. Oh my gosh. There we go. Nice, have a great evening. You too, Bon, you too. And Egg says hi, Jason Sr. Oh my gosh. Oh, let's see. 9 goals in the NHL as an 18-year-old. Insane. It is, bro. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Over to the far side. The Canucks able to control it now. Top of the zone to the near side. Off the stick of Myers. Passing across in front. Shot wide of the net. Back in behind the net. Over to the far side. Moving it up. The Canucks are really scaring me this period right now. A chance of shot going to go wide. Back in behind the net. And battling behind over to the far corner. Along the boards. Over through center ice now to the near side. Problem is the Penguins are playing a lot more defense than offense right now. Oh, here we go.
I'm okay with that.
What?
I'm okay with that.
Why?
To play more defense than offense. You play your defense and then you take advantage of any.
Yeah, but they're also a bit of a fight after that. Wotherspoon really getting into it now with Bluger. Parker Wotherspoon. That's his second time tonight, isn't it? Because didn't he get into it, or no? Was it?
I don't know.
Remember who it was? It was either Wotherspoon or it was Kulak that got into it.
Rams deflated, got another field goal. I mean, 1st and 10 at their 23, and all they could do is field goals.
We'll see.
At this point.
We'll see. Yeah, Luger just taking exception to that hit there. Nardy's just like, or Stu's just like, no. Audio is out? What do you mean audio's out?
Uh-oh.
What's up? Let me listen on my phone real quick. Oh, it sounds good. Sounds good. And on my phone. Give me 1 second here. Over to the near side, moving it around along in the corner, down low, over to the far side, back in behind the net. And over to the far side. Going to be moved out there, going to be off of number 18, Drew O'Connor, tied up for that puck. And here we go, top of the zone now. To the far side, shot from the corner, going to go wide right. If he was a sniper, then JFK would have lived his full term. Over to the far side, shot again. Now he actually hits his target. Over to the near side, moving it up by the Penguins now to the near side. Chinikov trying to race for that puck. Into the corner, tied up now, going to go loose to the near side along the boards. Taken out by Beezer. Going to move it around top of the zone. The Penguins can't maintain it on passes. Up on into the offensive end, go the Canucks, sending it back and around behind the net to the far side. Gino going to get to it towards the top of the zone. And Gino going to take it again now up through center to the near side on a pass to Wotherspoon. Parker Wotherspoon sending it into the offensive end behind the net to the far side. With a chance, not able to maintain it there. Down low, and the Canucks going to flip it right back out again. O'Connor trying to take that puck back for the Canucks, and the Pens are going to take it back in their own end. Off the stick of Erik Karlsson along the far side boards, 8:52 to go in the period. They're going to clear it all the way up there to the net of Lankinen. And over to the far side, clearing it up through center. Here come the Canucks to the offensive end, taken back by the Penguins. A nice poke check dished out there by Wotherspoon. Now we got Raquel into the zone. Looking to move it. Shot. Trying to get a redirect off of Crosby. Not going to go as it goes wide left to the top of the zone and cleared out. Moving out the other way. Off of the stick of Garland into the offensive end. Looking for some help towards the top of the zone. Going to clear themselves out. And the Penguins are going to go for a line change themselves as Vancouver has the puck to the near side. One into the offensive end. Bluger stumbles. Hello! We got Anthony Mantha behind the net. And over to that far side. Try to clear it out of the zone. The Pens will. That is super early. Super early. William now.
Is that, Vancouver?
No, that's a Penguins goal horn, but it glitched out. It glitched out. It went to 0 and then back up to 2. So detecting going greater than what it was previous. Triggered the goal horn again.
Okay.
That's what happened. So there is no goal. There is no third Penguins goal. I think we just glitched. We went to 0 and then back to 1. Or back to 2. Let's say, by now we would have seen it. But here we go. Okay. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Then I look over there and it still says 2. I'm like, wait a minute. Something's not right. So here we go. The puck get deflected out of play. Saw 0-0. Was like, what? But then I heard the horn. Yeah. That's the unfortunate thing with the code is that sometimes it'll do that, and that's just kind of a nature of the code. I might need to add some sort of failsafe that, like, if it deflects to 0, you know, don't play it. But at the same time, then it's not going to play it for the first horn. I don't know. It's something I'll have to take a look into because that's annoying. That is a little bit annoying.
Oh.
Let's see.
Looks like the Seahawks are going to score another touchdown.
How about that? They have 4th and 24, Dad. They're 4th and 24. Oh my gosh. Let us see. Like our.
Oh, it was Brandon Fisk with a sack. First sack of the game.
Oh gosh. Well, we got Thomas saying just like Art Rooney, referring to the code. Oh my gosh. There's money line and over. Well, we'll see. Hopefully the Rams can get her done. Hopefully they can get her done and meet the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
That's not going to happen.
They're up to 7? They're up to 7? Oh my God. Vegas! What are you doing? We're supposed to be a good hockey team, not a bad hockey team masquerading as a good team. You even got Rasmus Anderson. Oh my gosh. The Pens flipping it into the near side. Along the boards they go.
Gotta get out of here with without them Vancouver scoring.
Oh, here we go. It's a shot by Kindle, not able to connect along the near side, top of the zone. His son Dan is more like Art's father, so there's hope in the near future. That is good, but a chance right in front of the net, but a nice save by Lankinen. And everybody grab your partner and swing them around and around. Even Ben Kindle getting involved a little bit there with Elias Pettersson. Man, Ben Kindle is just really making it happen tonight. He's involved. Oh, finally, Vegas got a goal. It was by a guy in a Calgary jersey, at least on the player profile picture. Rasmus Anderson. Hey, you know you also have Mark Stone? Maybe I can will a goal by Mark Stone into this? Let's see. Here we go, top of the zone, working over to the near side. Kulak with the puck, sending it down low over to Rust. Dan's going to get redirected, and was trying to hit Raquel, could not connect. Puck going to get cleared out. Tanger with the puck now. Back in his own end to the near side, moving it up along the boards. It's going to be off of Brian Rust into the offensive end. A chance of some speed. Taking it down low in front, going to be denied. Tanger took too long on that shot, absolutely. Yeah, that was way too long of a time for Tanger. You had to take it and rip it. But here we go, into the offensive end go the Canucks if they can get possession behind the net. Tied up for it along that far side, off of the stick of Kulak, now top of the zone, Filip Hronek. With that puck, sending it in wide of the net, gonna be taken by Tanger as he gets taken down over to the far side. And moving it up through center ice towards the offensive end, giving chase is gonna be Filip Hronek, and moved out by the Canucks. As we cross under 6.5 to go in the second, into the offensive end, here comes your chance, a shot! And it's gonna go out of play into the netting. Hey. Let's see. I am up right now by like 17 points in fantasy. Oh, wait. This is the last day of the fantasy week, isn't it? Oh, I got the win. I've all but got the win, barring a mini miracle. He has Mikhail Granlund, I guess, and Nazem Kadri. Or Kadri. So I mean, I want to get to more points, obviously, but I'm feeling good. Although I will be kicking myself if I lose because I didn't start Mackenzie Blackwood. Here we go to the near side. Dewar moving that puck out along the near side boards. Up on into the offensive end they go. Still have an outdoor hockey game. I did see that. They're gonna have it on Saturday, and yeah, they're trying to keep the snow off of the ice. What a chance here. Lazat taking it low. Shot going to be denied. Taking now at Shari behind the net to the far side. Gonna get cleared out of the zone they go. Chase Shea going to get there. This has been a relatively penalty-free game, though. Surprising thing. The game's lone penalty was a delay of game by Anthony Mantha. That's part of the reason I think why the Penguins aren't really generating these opportunities. So they are a really good special teams unit. Here we go, Lazat. Can he control it behind the net? Not really. Puck gets tied up. And over to the far side, it goes loose. Over to Gino. Top of the zone now. Over to Wotherspoon. Over to Carlson. Going to be intercepted and deflected. And that puck going to be sent over now. Over to the near side. Going to be taking now Wotherspoon. Flipping it up through center. Over to Tommy Novak. Back with that puck. Trying to move it into the offensive end. And the Pens are offside because Chinikov, decided to go into the zone too early. Okay. Let's see. Oh, they're going to get another commercial break here.
First and 10 at Seattle 44 for the Rams.
Oh, we'll see.
5:53 left in the second.
You will see. Man. Let's take a look on X. We have a little bit of time here. Let us see. Let's take a look here. So what are your thoughts so far?
First and 10 at Seattle 25 for the Rams. This is where they stop. And they hit the field goal.
Huh.
They need to close out this the second period. You know, without them scoring. Take a 2-0 lead. They're gonna push to try and they're gonna push to try to get to go. You know, a goal to get it close in the beginning, so they may be able to take an opportunity for a odd man rush back for another goal.
Yeah.
Third.
Well, Kyle Dubas saying their current shift started at 2 p.m. and they have 60 trucks out. Snow hasn't stopped since 2 a.m. and they'll be plowing the streets again and again until the job is done. Oh wait, that's the Pittsburgh Mayor, not Kyle Dubas. Sorry, I can't tell the difference between the. Seriously though, why do they look so similar? A chance of shot gonna be nice little poked away by the goalie, Lankinen. The Pens now to the near side, taking it back into the defensive end. Wotherspoon to Carlson. Bring it up the far side, over to the near to Novak, passing across up into the air. Puck goes out of air, out of play. Let's see. Let us see. And we'll just take a look as we have some time here. What? A snow day in Philadelphia. Report of a naked man armed with a weapon. Only in Philadelphia. Heard it's always sunny there, but I don't know about that. So here we go. The Pen's going to give chase to that puck, and it's going to be no icing. Near side. I'm trying to move it up. You got the woos coming in from the fans.
What is a woo?
Oh. Woo! Woo!
Why is that for? I'm trying to.
Teams just do it. They do it at Comets games too. Like when the Comets win, everybody walks out and you'll hear the woo! Woo!
Thought it meant something. You know.
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
Over to the near side. Up on into the offensive end. Beezer for the Canucks. Sending it back in behind the net to the far side. And actually, puck goes out of play. Woo!
Oh, the first and 10 at Seattle 11. Can they score a touchdown and go into half in the lead? Yeah.
Okay. Let's just take a look here.
Oh, over to the near side. The Canucks in the offensive end with the puck, sending it back down low. Over to the far side it goes. The Canucks top of the zone, working with it now. And over in towards a shot. Going to go wide over to the near corner, and puck goes out of play.
I think the Patriots are rooting for the Rams to win. I think they would.
I think they think the Rams are the easier team to beat.
Yeah.
Thing is, the Rams are maybe the most complete team in the NFL. They just got to live up to what they can do. You know what I mean? Again, top to bottom, there's not a unit that I would say is better built. They're just not. They haven't lived up to it since the Carolina games. Rams win. AR2 will look even more foolish. Oh my gosh. So here we go. Final 7-1. Oh my gosh. Tied up in that corner. 3.5 to play here in the second period in the far corner of the Pens defense end. Battling with that puck. Finally going to jar loose a little bit. And now it's Achari over to Dewar. Over to the near side, trying to race to get that puck out of there, but the Canucks keeping it in the zone with a chance down low. Looking for some help is going to be one of the Pettersson brothers. And over to the far side, going to be taken out by Evander Kane to the top of the zone. And sent back down, but taking Carlson over to Achari. And flipped out by Lizotte. Giving chase is going to be Connor Dewar. Going to beat out the icing with a chance. Dewar with a shot and a nice pad save by the goalie, Lankinen. Oh, there we go. Over to the far side. The chance. Shot. He scores! Man! He's got a chance and a trick. Come on. I want this hat flying off my head. Hold on. Dad? You need to wear this just in case he gets the hat trick. That way you can participate in the hat trick celebration.
I'll put it on if I see it close.
Handle the man. Let's get a trick. Oh my gosh. It's Ben frickin' Kindle. And he broke the camera?
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I've never seen that happen. They break the goal camera. The Kindle Suite is out there celebrating, living it up. Turn up the radio. The faceoff going to be won by the Canucks at center ice into the far side to the offensive end. They're going to send it back down low into the corner. Giving chase towards the top of the zone. Shot. Going to go wide. Back in behind, over to the near side. Behind the net, over to the far tanger. Going to slide down. Kindle takes the puck back. And moving it out the other way. Can they connect? Not necessarily with Kulak. In front of the net, a chance for the Canucks. That's going to be Garland. Not able to really do much with it. Shot from the top of the zone. Now wide to the near side. And puck's back at the far. Going to be taken along the boards. Over there by Bluger. Going to be tied up with Kindle for that puck. As we cross under 2 minutes to play in the period. Over along the far side. How about I didn't trade him for Robo? Absolutely. You got a whistle.
So, do you think it's going to be a shutout for Skinner?
I don't know that I would say that just yet. Look at that. He broke the camera. The lens shatters and the camera just boop. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Pens win the draw out of the defensive end. Shea to St. Avenue, clearing it up into the offensive end. No icing over to the near side.
They said. You know what the NHL would say on that?
What? Hey, up.
That's coming out of your salary.
Here we go. Gino into the offensive end, sending it into the corner down low. Over on that far side. The Penguins really looking good on this West Coast trip. Really looking phenomenal. Again, they've outscored opponents 16-6 in this 3-game road trip. So here we go, over to the far side. Going to be Shea with that puck. Moving it around the near side over to Tommy Novak, looking for some help. Back in behind the net he goes. To try and send it back down low. A chance in front, near side shot. Not able to get a shot is Carlson. And now Carlson across.
He just didn't.
And down low over to Gino. Top, Carlson shot going to get redirected and goes over to the near side. The Pen's going to keep it in. Shea. Sending it down low. 50 seconds to go in this second period. Over to the near side. That puck going to be maintained here by the Vancouver Canucks. And Vancouver going to be offside. Okay. Man.
Well, touchdown.
Got it. Passing touchdown.
Hey, Williams.
Oh, rushing.
Yards.
Bro, Blake Corum, the Michigan Man, is the top rusher in that game. 7 carries for 40 yards. I like him. I love the Michigan Man. And here we go. Neutral zone draw going to be won by the Penguins.
55 left. So they could go back and...
Yeah. Back over to the near side. Down low. Russ trying to battle for that puck up against the body of Bluger. And still tied up behind the net over to the far side with a chance. Back over to Crosby behind the net to the near side. Top of the zone. Maintained. Wotherspoon across to Carlson. Carlson taking it down. Going to lose control of it. With 18 seconds to go in the period. Parker Wotherspoon with the puck in the defensive end. Getting ready to move it now over to the near side. And going to dump it on into the offensive end. Under 10 seconds to go in the period. Ready to move it. Still tied up. And it looks like this is how this period's going to come to a close. The Canucks going to move it out. And the score at the end of 2 in this one is going to be the Pittsburgh Penguins 3. The Vancouver Canucks nothing. Shots on goal are 21 for the Penguins and 18 for the Canucks. Not 10. I almost said 10. 18. Oh man, Dad, you able to entertain the people? I gotta take a leak real quick. I need you to entertain the crowd, give them updates, give them scores, whatever. Something to keep them going.
Two goals. Wow. That's the end. Do you think Skinner will get a shutout? Or do you think they're going to pretty much give up a goal this third period? That's the question. Ooh, spaghetti-os. What else is going on? Yeah. Looks like Seattle is 4th and 8 at Seattle 37. They're going to have to punt it away back to the Rams. With a minute 44 left, the Rams could come back down and maybe get a field goal before halftime to take a 16-10 lead. But we shall see what happens here. Pence just got to take in and look at their defense right now. They don't need to score any more goals, I don't think, for this game. They just need to make sure that they're sound defensively, so that they don't just filter away this lead. What do you guys think about? Do you think Kendall is gonna get a hat trick, or are they not, or is he not? So we shall see what happens. Let's see what happens. Well, Jason, the Rams took the lead. You knew that, right? And they have the ball back with a minute 33 at their own 28-yard line, 1st and 10.
Ow, timeouts?
2. They have 2 left.
Ow!
So they could potentially go and at least get a field goal if they're able to. I don't know.
Yeah.
We shall see.
That's crazy. Yeah, we are rolling here. completed my 4th shovel. Not gonna lie, that one broke my spirit a little bit.
What?
Some guy on X just completed the 4th shovel. Not gonna lie, that one broke my spirit a bit. Win. I know he does. I know he does. So we'll see what they say about the camera.
I think he got some money to pay for a new one. Since 2020.
Huh?
You know what it is?
What?
Their first undefeated Western road trip since 2020.
Wow. If they win today.
If they win.
You've seen the Penguins choke bigger leads in the third
Oh
period.
yeah. Oh, it ain't over. The fat lady.
We were here for 5-1 against the Sharks. What do you think about this coaching staff, Dad? I don't think this happens, but what do you think about this coaching staff under McCarthy? Gilas is the offensive coordinator. Future head coach, potentially for elevation after McCarthy retires. Unless he goes somewhere else sooner. Raheem Morris is the defensive coordinator. As a D coordinator, Morris was not bad with the Rams. As a head coach, not great. But as a defensive coordinator, he was pretty good with the Rams. He had some pretty strong defensive units. Wasn't he the one that won the Super Bowl with the Rams too?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he was the one.
I don't think Seahawks will go. I don't think Seahawks. Because I think Cleveland is interviewing him for their head coach.
Yeah, but does anybody want?
And see, I think he wants more of a. He's not obviously gonna be the play caller, and the Steelers don't seem to be wanting to upgrade their stuff. I don't know if he's gonna be.
But if that virtual interview never actually happened, like the Sports Illustrated article reports, that might not have even been a point of contention. If it was just hey, we did the 3 interviews and we had our guys, there's no point in interviewing anyone else, then it might not have even been the facilities.
Maybe not, but that's.
Thing is, yeah, he interviewed for Cleveland, but every quality candidate has been pulling out of Cleveland's job. Every single one has been pulling out of Cleveland's offers. Nobody wants to go to Cleveland, which is all too fun. If Sheelas does not go with Cleveland, I could see him moving up to be an offensive coordinator. You know what I mean? And there's not too many offensive coordinator vacancies left. You know what I mean? Well, I could see if he wants to be an offensive coordinator, he's not going to do it with the Rams. He'll learn a little bit under McCarthy, who back in his day was a good head coach.
Maybe he will.
What do you mean?
Well, who's the offensive coordinator now for the Rams?
That I don't know. Oh, Mike LaFleur. Yeah, duh.
Now, if he would he get a coaching job, LaFleur?
Potentially, but he hasn't really been a name that's been flirted around too much.
Okay. I was thinking of their
so
Dula.
Yeah, so I don't know about about that. You know what I mean? So I could see Shieldhouse having to take an offensive coordinator role somewhere, and I don't know that he gets it with the Rams.
Looks like Seahawks may be getting it back with a minute left, 4th to 5. Yep, 54 seconds. 1st and 10 at Seattle 25. So LA wasn't able to do anything.
I think the Steelers are not going to make a quarterback move in this draft.
No, I don't think so.
Because this is what Rooney said on McCarthy's thoughts on the Steelers quarterback room. Likes Will Howard. Thinks Will has tremendous upside and is looking forward to working with him. Obviously, he feels like Mason can be a contributor. We'll have to sit down and discuss where Aaron is. If he decides to come back and whether that all makes sense. I think Mike was very comfortable with the quarterback room and the possibilities with the quarterback room. In particular, the fact that we have a young quarterback on the roster in whom he sees some upside.
So he's not going to draft a quarterback.
They are not drafting a quarterback, which is fine. Get Cornell Tate. Man. Let's see. We will see. We shall see. You can just take a look on X. We have a little bit of time here. Okay. But let's see. We will see. Let me. I was gonna do something. I don't remember what I was gonna do.
I'm going to do something I don't remember. Blanket, but we're getting ready here. Third period should be beginning here in just a few minutes. We are honing in on that kind of stuff here. Really not worried about winning the initial press conference. It's about picking the coach we believe will help us win games. Social media really doesn't enter into it. And none of that will matter once we're starting to play games. Message for our fans is we're very excited. We think we have a coach who is well equipped to lead us into the next winning phase of Steelers football. And that is what it's all about. I think they're going to love Coach Mike. That's Art Rooney on the fan base. They're gearing up for a firestorm in that first press conference. They're gearing up basically on the pushback from Steeler Nation. That's going to be interesting because the fans will voice their displeasure. Absolutely. And I'll freaking be there. I will be there for that. The first 2 days, I will be there. Maybe all 3 days. Honestly, that's probably going to be a day right after one. Let's go right from there over, honestly. But I will be there. So, we'll see what happens. Got the echo? Am I echoing on Dad's a little bit? Will be fire McCarthy or sell Rooney sell? I don't know what it's going to be, bro. It could literally be anything. That's what I was going to check. I was going to check who's the visiting team for the Super Bowl.
Doesn't matter because, you know, whoever the West Coast is going to be really having the fans.
Yeah, but it matters in the sense of for the Discord server. So the Patriots are the home team, so to speak. That way I can update the NFL scores chat with the Patriots since there's a defined who's home and who's away.
You know what?
What?
The Rams scored more points in this game against the Seahawks than the 49ers scored in the past two games against the Seahawks.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh. First and 10, LA 21 for the Seahawks. May not feel good.
Fine, let him kick a field goal.
Oh, they'll get it.
There's the USA Soros. I love that ad. Patriots 2 seed and 2 seed. So it's not necessarily that. Technically, the Seahawks with the top seed. But it's AFC at NFC or NFC at AFC, no matter what. So I can update the
First and goal with LA 9.
Yeah, I saw that.
They get a score.
Oh, Ottawa. Getting +2 points. No, it's not by seed. It's by conference. Oh. It's AFC or NFC at AFC this year for designation. As the away team call, it is an advantage, so to speak. It gives you control over what you pick. But really, I mean, it's a 50-50 chance anyway. Back here in Vancouver. In the Penguins and the Canucks for this third period of action. I'll see. Let us see. I love this account. Steelers J Trump on X. They posted, as always, the cheating Patriots had a cakewalk to the Super Bowl. They got help from the crooked refs to get there. Easiest schedule, first charges, CJ Stroud, how Jarrett Stidham handed them wins. Drake May is not MVP, and handjob Bob Kraft should be in jail. Well, they always, you know. Or, Awful Art Rooney thinks that Fat Mike McCarthy is the right head coach. A young, innovative stud like Chris Shula is available. Art has nothing to do but play hometown card. The Pittsburgh Steelers are officially a joke. Tell the team. Shouldn't home field advantage? No, I mean, it's the away team gets the choice of calling just, I think, because it's kind of like their pseudo advantage. But home field advantage is not really a required thing in sports, but it's, you know, the fans become the home field advantage. But we are ready to roll here.
Oh, they scored a touchdown.
Oh well.
Ta-da.
But here we go, ready to roll center ice draw to start off this third period of action. Ready to rumble. And the Canucks gonna flip up to the defensive end. Raquel giving there. Tied up in the near corner down low. Around the top of the zone, going back up the other way. Here comes your chance, moving it up off of Linus Carlson. Into the offensive end, down into the corner, in the area behind the net, trying to create some room to the far side. Eric Carlson to the top of the zone. Crosby back over to Crosby again. Through center, and going to be taken back by the Canucks in the defensive end of the near side. That's going to be number 28, going to be Marcus Pettersson. Now it's going to be Hedel, the offensive end. Okay, it's going to be Malkin getting there to the far side boards, to the top of the zone, and taken back by the Canucks. And the net, Hedel to the far side. Oh.
I was trying to think if this would be a
What?
A record. A team going a full game without a penalty called on them.
There's been penalty-free games before.
Has there? Okay.
Not common, but go. Canucks playing some very disciplined hockey. Now moving it up through center into the offensive end, going to be off the stick of Connor Garland. Cars loose and Price, and going to be taken back by Vancouver to head over there to Elias Pettersson. The offensive end giving Ryan Shea over to the near side out of the corner. That puck up through neutral zone to the near side, over to Kindle. And for the Hattie, over to Brazeau. A shot, gonna go high and wide left.
Good chance.
Really beautiful chance. And here we go. Around now. Up on into the offensive end. And gonna be around the near side, up through center, into the offensive end. Goes the Canucks to the near side. Shot. Gonna be not gloved. They've been letting him play. They've been letting him play a lot. There's been a lot of times where there's been an extra pushing and shoving. Grab your partner. Throw a few shoves, maybe a couple punches. They've been letting the boys play today a lot. Penguins moving up through center into the offensive end. And moving it in down low with a chance. Even the only penalty called in this game was only called a penalty because they had to call it a penalty. You know what I mean? You can't let Mantha launch that puck up into the air out of the defensive end and not call delay a game on that. So, that's the only penalty there's been in this game. Back in behind the net, over to the near side. Philip Baronic gonna send it around, tied up in the corner. Like Lazat getting to that puck, sending it around the near side for Connor Dewar. Towards the top of the zone, Tanger across to Kulak. Kulak with a shot. Gonna go wide over to the near side along the boards, top of the zone. Gonna get cleared out by the Penguins. Dewar with that puck, wrapping it around the near side, trying to create some room. And sending it up into the offensive end behind the net of Lankinen. Far side from Marcus Pettersson along the boards now through center to the near side. Going to connect off of the stick of another Pettersson, but the Pens to the offensive end. Crosby slips. They're going to be tied up along the boards down to the corner to the near side, clearing it out the other way. Are they calling for Elwin? No. It's going to be icing. That was a very close icing. That could have very well not been an icing, but they're going to give the Pens a break on that and say that Evander Kane did not beat out the icing call. Yeah, no, it was really a puck out of play from the defensive end, delay a game, textbook delay a game. That was the only penalty that was called this game, and they only called it because they had to. I don't know, that was a very touchy icing. You gotta let them run it out if they can beat it out. And I think they would have beat it out. I think Kane would have beat it out by about a half a second. But the Canucks win the draw, going to move it out the other way into the neutral zone. Battling for that puck. The Pens coming away with it now into the defensive end. Over to the near side, moving it up. Into the near corner, along the boards, towards the top of the zone. Going to be taken out here on the near side by Drew O'Connor. And moving it up. That's going to be Ryan Shea out of the defensive end now. Put over, wing to wing, over to Kulak. Over to Shea along the far side. Moving it. Novak with a chance and going to be gloved by Lankinen. Didn't like that. You don't need to be a lip reader to read that. I could be wrong, but I think I just heard him go. I think I just heard him drop a bomb on the ice. Do you do Steelers streams in the season? Oh, absolutely. We go live for just about every Steeler game we can. We still have them on the archives, too. If you go back through the VODs, you can go back to any of the Steelers games we did. But we're live for just about every Steelers game we possibly can. I think this year we only missed like 2 or 3 Steeler games. That's it across the whole season. I think it was 2. I know we missed the Seahawks game. And Vancouver going to get hit with another icing. I think... Oh man, I want to say we missed another game. I can't remember what game it was. Let me look. It's gonna bother me until I find it. Let me look back in the content. But yeah, I mean, we cover Pittsburgh sports all the time. Absolutely. Back over to live. All right, so moving it up into the offensive end. Here comes your chance. Going to be Wotherspoon racing for it. I did get the Lions game because we missed Crosby. Yes, I do remember that. Chance a shot denied. And moving around the far side. Going to be taken up now by the Penguins. The near side into the offensive end. Also missed quick kick, then Crosby scored. Absolutely. Yeah, I do remember that. Over to the far side in the corner, down low. Moving it up, back down low again. Philip Baronic with that puck. Over to the near side. And going to be into the offensive end, off the stick here of Sasson. Over to the far side, moving around for the Canucks and the Penguins, trying to get control back. You got the Kindle line out there. Watch out for a hat trick chance here. Anthony Mantha into the offensive end, going to send to Brazeau, giving a chase. Back on in, over to the near side.
Mantha. Over to Kindle. Shot. Going to go wide. That could have been your trick if he was a little bit more on target. Back down low to Brazeau. Brazeau wrapping it around himself. Can't control it. Going to be kicked out. Going north by Hoglander. And back in behind the net go the Canucks over to the near side. It was unfortunately funny. That is true. Here we go. Get around the near side. The Canucks off the stick of P.O. Joseph. Moving it up into the offensive end. The near side. A chance. A shot by one of the Petterssons. Going to go wide and high. Penn's now back in behind the net. Kulak to Tanger. Tanger with that puck up along the boards. There's going to be a Chari. Chari across to Dewar into the offensive end. And not going to be able to control it over to the near side. That puck going to go loose. And moving it out the other way. Here comes your chance. Into the offensive end. Hot over to Carlson. Carlson flipping across. Oh no, that's the vomit horn. A shot on a wraparound in front of the net. He flips it in there eventually. That was the stupidest goal I've ever seen. That was the stupidest goal I've ever seen. They're playing pop the puck around the net. He was like, come on, bro, what is that? Where's the whistle on that? Down. That was one of the stupidest goals I've ever seen. Look at that. Dude goes down. He's goaltender interference. Isn't that goaltender interference right there?
No, it was in already.
No, it was not.
Right there.
No, Pettersson
right
hold down
right
Stu.
there.
Yeah, but Pettersson held down Stu. Stu couldn't get up to block it. He couldn't even try to get up to block it. That's goaltender interference. Isn't that goalie interference? I mean, Stu was being pinned down by his chest. Oh my gosh. That chance in front again over to the near side. So going into the offensive end, the Canucks over to the near side, not able to connect. Oh, down low into the corner to the far side. And moving it around again to the near side across, not able to connect with Beezer. Up in the zone from Pettersson, down low in front to Beezer. Shot gonna go wide. Back in behind the net. Crosby dishing out a nice check. Now Tanger getting involved there behind the net. Over to the far side, taken out by Ricard Raquel. Cross over to the far side, back down to Raquel, dumping it up into the offensive end they go. So, Pettersson now with that puck. Along the near side. And taken back by the Penguins. Here comes your chance. That's going to be off the stick of Chinikov. Back in behind the net to the far side. And going to get cleared out to the near side into the offensive end. They go off of the stick here. That was off of Ogren involved in that one. But the Pens going to take it back. Wing to wing over to Gino. Into the offensive end they send it. Going to go wide of the goalie. The far side. And the Canucks going to clear it out of the zone. Taking it now to the near side. Going to be off the stick of Ogren. Dump it back in behind the net, over to the far side. Going to be sent around by Shea along the boards. Back down low again, over to the near side, flipping it high. And going to be taken back by the Penguins to the near side. Chinikov, if he can control it, he cannot. Back into the offensive end, intercepted there by Kindle. Going back in behind the net, looking for Broom. And Kindle going to go back over to the near side. Get up along the near side boards into the offensive end. Can the Penguins can get to it? They cannot. Sasson able to send it out the other way. And they're trying to get to that puck, clearing it up in the offensive end. Taken back by the Canucks over to the near side. Top of the zone, maintained. Kindle with a chance. Passing across, gets redirected by the Canucks. Over to the far side now, back on into the offensive end. Here comes Vancouver looking for more. A shot going to go wide over to the near side, clearing it out of the zone. And here comes the foot race for that puck. Mantha in there trying to beat it out, but going to ultimately be taken there off of the stick of William. To the far side, crossing over to the near, off the stick of P.O. Joseph now, for somewhere to go. Joseph. Slows this game down a little bit, 10:47 to go in the third period. That's going to be over to the near side. Into the offensive end. Elias Pettersson. Back in behind. Over to the far side. Taken back by the Penguins. A big check delivered along the boards against the Penguins. And it's going to be taken back by Vancouver. Got a whistle. Goes out of play. But I mean, I thought that was goalie interference. It was pinned down, but oh well. Let me see. Let me get a note of Steeler games this year. I'm gonna find out which one we missed. Maybe Kendall can get that empty netter in the end. Maybe. He's still get that hat trick. So 2025, we had NYJ, Seattle. I'm gonna cross out the ones that we did. New England, Minnesota. Minnesota was the other one. I know I missed Minnesota if we were at church. Cleveland, Cincinnati, Green Bay. Indy, Los Angeles, Cincinnati. Chicago, Buffalo, Baltimore. Miami, Detroit, Cleveland. Baltimore and Houston.
This is almost done, isn't it?
What? Game?
Yeah, I'm getting tired.
11:46 to go in the third. Let me go ahead and pull up the streams that we did. Did Steelers Houston. That's clear. Let's see. I'm gonna just make sure I did Steelers Ravens. We did Steelers Browns. Steelers Lions. Steelers Dolphins. Who else? What other Steelers games did we do? We did Steelers Ravens. Steelers Bills. We did go the Pens over to the near side and dumped around. We did Steelers Bears. And over to the near side, the Pens trying to flip it into the offensive end. Still back in behind the net. It goes P.O. Joseph. The Pens battling it back. We're into that far corner, down low, off of Achari. Back in behind the net to the near side. Achari now with the puck. Over to the near side, over to Dewar. Dewar sending it towards the net, not going to go. Back in behind the net to the far side. Taken again by Achari. Passing in front, not able to connect. Tanger keeps it in. And that puck going to get sent around the near corner. He was just dumping it around. Now over to the far side. William going to move it out for the Canucks. Back on into the defensive end. They take it. And here we go. On the near side, we did Steelers Bengals. Let's see, not to bring up another streamer, but this season I watched Steel City Sports, another 700 person-ish channel. I'll just swing back and forth between y'all and him. Absolutely, bro. I get it. I get it, man. Hey, it's people like you that help keep these small channels going, man. People like you that help keep us going. Here we go. Moving it up is going to be Heedle into the offensive end and going to be sent over to Stu, and he's just going to freeze it up. Nope. Thought he was going to freeze it up, but he's left it over there to the near side. Taking now Rust up on into the offensive end. To the corner, I think we have a problem with the code. Let's see. So, over to the near side of the offensive end. A chance, Chinikov. Move it around again to the far side. Is going to be Carlson. To the near to Gino. No, with that puck, sending it towards the net. Going to be shot, redirected, and over to the near side again. Gino, top of the zone. Chinikov not able to make a shot. Over here to Carlson, passing across, not able to connect. I don't know why this isn't updating. Over to the near side, flipping it in. Chance, not able to connect. Back in behind the net. The Pen's going to try and connect. Over to the far side it goes. And Vancouver going to get the puck cleared out of the zone. Let me try running something here. Let me see here. This is Let me make sure I'm using the right one real quick. So the Canucks into the offensive end. back on over. Far side. A chance for the Canucks. Shot. Not able to connect. Pitt and Van. Okay, no, it's literally just ESPN is not updating this game. The Penn's going to get hit with icing. It's just quite literally that we are just not getting updates. Which sucks, but... Let me double check on ESPN. ESPN NHL. Yeah, literally ESPN still says 11:46. Really enjoy these Penguin streams, or as my late grandma would call them, penguinis. Yes, sir. I'm saying, not gonna lie, just woke up because nothing happened in the second half of the AFC Championship game. Glad to wake up to the Pens winning. Absolutely, Onion. Abso-frickin-diddly-lootly. Over to the far side, sending it around, and it really should be 3-0 in my opinion. But a chance, not gonna go. Over to the near side, chance gonna be taken away by the Penguins. That lone goal for Vancouver, I think, was goaltender interference, but nobody challenged it. Whatever, you know. Working with it, Philip Hronek with the puck. 7:17 to go in the period. Do not mind the clock and the goal on the clock on the stream. That is off. Everything is off because ESPN is off. So back in behind the net, over to the far side. Move it up, clearing it out, and the Penguins moving it into the offensive end with a chance. Down over to that far side. And taken back by the Canucks. How about LA? We'll see. We'll see. We're like engines. Penguins. Yes. Love the Penguinis. Vintage flag. Best logo? Yes. I like this flag, but the old Penguins logo is amazing too. But I kind of like what we got going on back here. We got a lot of Penguins. A lot of Penguins love. So the Pens going to take it back in behind their own net. Over to the far side. Moving it up is Tanger back in behind the net. We're still on a hat-trick watch. Still on a hat-trick watch for Ben Kindle, but a chance into the offensive end. Down low. Shot. Not going to connect by Ogren. To the far side. Top of the zone for Vancouver. To the near side. Able to connect. A chance. And not able to connect again, but still taking it down low. Back to the top of the zone if they can move it. 7 Winter Classic versus Sabres logo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, John. To the near side, chance a shot. No! Son of a gun. They punched it in. Goal number 2. That one going to be Teddy Bluger. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the Penguins just could not punch it in. And again, ESPN is so far out of date. So we literally do not have an update on the score. So it's 3-2, not 3-1. For the record, for everyone here. Our code is wrong. Our code is off because ESPN does not know how to update themselves. And we've seen it before. Look at the Sharks game. 5-1 in the third period. 10 minutes to go. They implode. Over to the near side. Moving it up. And the Canucks going to dump it into the offensive end of the far side. Back in behind the net. Working with it to the far side. Novak with that puck. And going to flip it up into the center ice area. Take it back by the Canucks. On the far side. Top of the zone. Sent across to Carlson. Then looking for some help. Through center to the far side. And taking Chinikov into the offensive end. Looking for some help. Trying to move it around the near side. And it's going to be maintained by Carlson. Sending it back down low. Tied up for that puck in the defensive end. And it's going to be taken by Vancouver as the Pens go for a change. All right. Okay, so. Moving it out. Through center into the offensive end. The Pens going to take... Nope, never mind. Pens cannot take it out of the defensive end. The Canucks, top of the zone, pass across, not able to connect. And there's going to be Brazeau dumping it up on into the Pens offensive end. Back and around the far side. The Canucks able to clear the zone again. But the puck goes out of play. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go properties. We're not gonna read this from file anymore. We're gonna not read it from file because that does not know how to do things. Properties, don't mind the score briefly. 3. There we go. And you know what? We're gonna play the goal horn late because the program does not know how to do it. Let me go ahead and grab the 2025-26 goal horns. We'll play that Canucks goal horn again for their goal. I know it's late, but we'll play it for them. If my mouse will work. My mouse will stop being stupid, that is. Gun, play the stinking horn. I know we don't like this horn, but we need to play it for the people. There you go. There's your Canucks goal horn. There's your vomit. Not past the bedtime. The scoreboard no longer has a bedtime. The problem is ESPN. Like, ESPN's Game Center still has it at 3-1, 11:46 left in the third. That's the problem. The problem's ESPN side. It's not code side. Go back to the rest of these games that I covered, though. I want to see what I covered for the Steelers. We covered that one. I believe we covered the Colts game, right? Steelers-Colts, yep. Cover Steelers-Packers, yep. I think we covered the first Steelers-Bengals as well. Mouse doesn't like the horn also. I know. Steelers-Bengals, yep. Steelers-Browns, yep. We did not do Steelers-Vikings. We did Steelers-Patriots. Yeah, I think the only games that we missed for the Steelers this year. Yeah, the only 2 games we missed were Seattle and Minnesota. Seattle because we had that function, the other function we had to go to. And the Vikings one because we were at church and it was at 9 a.m. Yeah, I mean, we try to cover every Steeler game we possibly can. We know the Mouse is his least favorite team, now the Vancouver Canucks. Oh my gosh. It was bad. It was bad. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, enjoying the coverage, let us know by dropping a like and subbing to the channel, man. We do this stuff all the time. We go live for about 5 to 7 streams a week, 5 to 8 streams a week. Plus, we got a gaming channel we're kicking off with some Pokemon challenges. Link down in the description if anyone's interested. But here we go. Ready to roll. Far side draw. And here we go. 4:51 to go in the third. 3-2 is your score. Pens are still leading. The Canucks over to the near side, trying to move it up out of the neutral zone. And Brazeau going to dump it up into the offensive end. They go back into the far corner, battling for that puck. Kindle trying to free it away. Bodies collide. And over to the far side, Myers going to try and move it up. The Pens now off the stick of Myers. And moving it up into the offensive end. We could very well see a Hattie. A nice check delivered against Sasson by the Penguins. And up on into the offensive end. Going to go off a stick. No icing. And never mind, it is icing. I thought Mantha touched it after the puck went past the middle line. I don't know why that's icing. You just not hit the puck? That sucks. That really sucks. Okay. So taking a look here. Defensive zone draw for the Penguins. Face off won by the Canucks. Top of the zone. Moving it around the far side. With a chance in front of the net. Trying to wrap it around. Near side shot. Going to be blocked off some bodies. Taking it out for Liparonic. Top of the zone. Able to connect with Bouillon. Moving it around. Far side. Down low with a chance. Back to Bouillon. Top of the zone. Bouillon looking for some help. Down along the far side again. With a chance. A shot going to be denied by Stu. Over to the far side. Up to the top of the zone. Chance. A shot deflected again by the Penguins. A nice job, and the Pens are going to get that puck cleared out of the zone, but it's going to be Penguin. No icing. No icing. I thought that was going to be, but Lankinen played it. So that is always appreciated. But even as a Canuck, I have no clue. But thank you, Tim. Greatly appreciate it, man. Love the Pen stuff. Sweeping this road trip makes the trade deadline really interesting if we can hold on. That is true. If the Pens can hold on, the trade deadline gets a lot more interesting after sweeping a 4-game West Coast trip. If they hold on. Not a guarantee now. The 1-goal lead is basically a no-goal lead. The Canucks with a chance in front, denied. Over to the near side. Along the boards, clearing it up. Going to be taken back by the Canucks. Over to the near side, along the boards, through neutral zone. And taken by Raquel to flip it in. 3:06 to go in the third. The question is, when do you pull the goalie? And my thought is that's going to come somewhere around 90 seconds. That's my thought. Somewhere around 90 seconds to 2 minutes.
But Pettersson passing across, if they even need to pull a goalie, if they get a goal. The Canuck is an informal slang term for a Canadian. So they're the Vancouver Canadians, basically. A chance, a shot. Capitalizing, I'm 687. Thank you, man. Always appreciate it, brother. Always appreciate it. You guys are freaking awesome, man. So there we go. Over to the far side. Send that. Yeah, I watched that video like years ago, John. I watched it a couple years ago or something like that. I do remember that. But here we go to the near side. Shinikov going to race down for that puck. Would have been an incredible opportunity for a breakaway. 687, yes, sir. But 789 is even better. So Chinikov along the far side, down low, looking for some help. 2:10 to go. Now you're fair game. Anytime the Canucks get a press, anytime it is possible. Are you kidding me? You're not kidding me.
What?
Oh, Seahawks 24, Rams 13. Go to the near side, being ready for that goalie pull. And there we go. The extra skater is on. The empty net at home. Oh, finally the scoreboard updated. That is not a goal for Vancouver. That is not a new goal for Vancouver. That is not a new goal for Vancouver. Over to the far side, top of the zone, working with that puck. Let me go ahead and flip it over here. Chance in front, shot denied again. A beautiful, beautiful opportunity. And that puck on the empty net goal shot, going to be wide. It's going to be a Penguins icing. Yeah, false alarm. ESPN finally updated. You could tell that when the clock finally flipped to 2 minutes. Now that finally updated to 2 minutes, it finally said, "Oh yeah, it's 3-2." So I knew that was going to happen. It was just a matter of when. Here we go, a near side draw in the offensive end for the Canucks, top of the zone, sending it around. Go with the extra skater. I mean, moving it around the far side, you have that Lizotte line out there, not the Kindle lines. We might not get that hat trick. Over to the top of the zone, moving it around. Buiam, top of the zone again to Hronek. Down low to the far side, back to Hronek. Back in around, a shot behind the net. And over to the far side, going to be taken by Pettersson. Back in behind the net now. Taken there by Linus Karlsson along the far side. And the Canucks trying to maintain that possession towards the net. Chance, wide open net. What a save by Stu. Up to the top of the zone, wing-to-wing pass, 45 seconds to go in regulation. Over to the far side, along the boards, sending it back down in again along the boards, down low, trying to connect off of Karlsson. Back on in, behind, into the corner there. The far side, puck going to get jarred loose over to the near side again. And that puck is going to get cleared out all the way, but it's going to be another icing. No icing. I guess it went off a couple sticks. So here we go, going the other way. Into the offensive end. Back into the corner, back in behind the net. Ryan Shea going to send it around with 13 seconds to go in the regulation. A pass across. Not able to connect. A dangerous area. Top of the zone, Pettersson. 7, 6, 5. Wing-to-wing pass. Shot denied. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What a way to end this game with the puck being jostled around and Stu on his belly. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How did the Penguins pull that off? Oh my gosh. Vancouver basically unloaded every last ounce of energy they had to win and they couldn't do it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was there's no better way to end a game than that. No better way to end a game. Like, you're talking overtime, on the line. Oh my gosh. Into the Calgary Canucks or something. Or Canucks.
Wow.
Look at that. I mean, you've seen a game end like that, Dad. Like that craziness with overtime on the line. Oh my
I've seen some major. Yeah, this game is over. The Rams are pretty much done.
I still can't believe that. The final score is the Penguins 3, the Canucks 2.
Oh, first and goal, Seattle 2.
I said, don't count out the Rams. I mean, they can make a comeback, but don't count them out. Man. Hey, Soilers are crying about goalies. Oh my gosh. And the thing is, really, that game shouldn't have come down to that third goal. I still stand by my evaluation
that the first goal by Vancouver was goalie interference. I mean, Stu was pinned down by his shoulders, so he couldn't get up. Granted, it's a kind of a scrum goal to begin with, but like, Stu was being pinned down to where he couldn't move himself back up. But either way, wind horn? Sure, we'll play the wind horn. Let's play the wind horn. I almost forgot because of how crazy that was of a finish. But that is officially a Pittsburgh mother-loving Penguins victory. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. We got it. Tyron? Let's see who got the tutty. Who got the tutty for the Rams? Gonna buy a Stu jersey from the Oilers and Penn's websites now?
Colby Parkinson.
Okay. Good. I was about to say, if it was Blake Corum and you said Blake Corum, I was going to say, who's that? Blake Corum. No. Who's that? Who'd you say? I don't know who Blake Corum is. You need to say the Michigan Man. It comes down to him. And I hate Panthers so much. Hey, how's it going, Invictus, man? That was a crazy finish to a game. Absolutely crazy, man. I have not seen a game go that down to the wire like that. Oh, Jason, it was Devontae Adams.
No, Devontae Adams for 2 yards.
You're wrong, Dad. Sports predictor protect.
Well,
sports predictor correct.
Because they were saying there's a couple big passes to Colby Parkinson and Devontae Adams over Josh Joby.
Yeah. Well, right now the Panthers, Aaron Ekblad got a tripping penalty, but the Panthers up 1-0 over the Blackhawks with 4:35 to go in the second, and the Flames up 2-0 over the Ducks with 6 minutes to go in the first. Oh man. Well, I cannot say there's a better way to end a game than that. But with that being said, I do think I am going to wrap up this stream here. We got Steve Tobias saying 2026 Stanley Cup champions Vancouver Canucks. Bro, the Penguins just took the Canucks to be the first team with a max point potential under 100. Honestly, man, this kind of helped revamp hockey offenses. Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. I do think I am going to wrap up this stream so that I can go ahead and record a Penguins fans reaction. Oh, Dad, can you do me a favor? My Pirates hat, the one I typically wear, it's upstairs on my desk. Are you by chance able to just bring it down to the first floor and toss it down the steps, please? Please, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and record a video of a Penguins fan reaction to this game. And hopefully have that out later tonight. Also, if you guys are interested in hanging out, chatting, chilling with me, whatever, later on tonight, I am going to look at trying to do another stream on the gaming channel, link down in the description. We're going to be doing some more Pokemon Y Ultimate Randomizer Nuzlocke to help cope with the Rams game going on right now. But with that, remember the Blues, they were 32nd in January and then won the Cup. It is possible. Don't get me wrong, it is still possible, but it's going to take a little miracle for the Canucks to get in right now. So they're gonna need to get hot, and they're gonna need to get a little bit of help. Oh man, but it's all good. It's all good. Greatly appreciate all audience here. So I was saying, go Blues, my favorite team. That was awesome. It was. I can only imagine how awesome it was. Thank you, Dad. But with that being said, though, if you guys did enjoy, drop a like, drop a sub. We always appreciate it. Football, most boring sport in the world. I don't know about that, but hockey always has some action going. But with that, sub to the gaming channel. I'll be live on there later tonight, hopefully. Maybe around 9:30, 10 o'clock, somewhere in that range. And with that, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, and have a good one. Good night, everybody. Good night, Steve. Good night.